Hi, welcome to Inspire DIY. My name is Max, and welcome to my very first gardening series where I'm going to be teaching you on how to be the best gardener. Well, maybe not the best gardener, but a better gardener than you were yesterday. So for today's topics, I want to be teaching you on how I get started with all these indoor growing setup that I have here. I'll be making a separate video explaining on the actual technical side of the setup itself, like the racks, the how much it costs, and like whether it's even worth it to have an indoor grow setup. Unfortunately, because I started this channel in like the middle of fall and then like it's approaching winter soon, it's getting pretty cold. I can't really show you the outdoor gardening setup, and because we had a wildfire just about a few weeks ago, I had to move some of my plants outside because they were dying in here of like humidity. So I think it's best before jumping into explaining about the indoor grow setup that I have here, to explain to you my background first. I began doing lots of gardening about 2 years ago. And prior to that, I would say I never have a green thumb in my life, nor do my families. Like, we always kill almost virtually every single plant that we own. And until today, I still don't think I have a green thumb, or maybe I do, I don't know. So let's get on with this part of the video of starting the seeds indoor. Now for the seed starting tray, I'm using the 18 and 24 cell seed starting trays. Those work pretty well. I don't recommend anything smaller because the seedling will outgrow the trays pretty quickly, and you have to do transplant like twice before moving them into the actual container. For the seed starting mix, I went with the Pro Mix seed starting mix. Those work pretty well as well. I have tried other brands, and also tried it mixing myself with the sea soil and the perlite and vermiculite. Honestly, for this part, it's really up to you. I did happen to run out of the seed starting mix halfway, so I'm just using it all purpose. And in terms of the amount of soil, I typically fill up a little bit more than half of each cell. And this process is going to get really messy, so try not to do this on a carpet or something. And for the seed itself, try to always buy organic or non-GMO with the highest quality possible, because you're going to be eating them at home, right? Here I'm just organizing which seed to put into each of the trays, and I try to group them as best as I can together. So something like tomatoes, kale, I would try to put in the 18 cell because their roots grow a lot deeper than something like basil. So I don't think there's a correct way of doing this per se, but just try to go slowly and work around as best as you can to organize as neat as possible so you don't get confused later. I forgot to mention that you want the soil to be moist before starting to do this. And for the next part here, I'm just using the cocoa coir to basically lightly dust over all the seeds so that it retains the moistures better. This is not necessary. You can also use soil as well. And then I'm just using a garden mist sprayer to spray and moisten all the seeds. I typically use the mist sprayer for a few days until the seedling starts to grow, and then I will switch to using the watering can. And that's about it. I'm gonna be going into more details about all the possible disease that the plants could get, or like what types should you not grow indoor, and the indoor grow setup that I have to help you determine whether it's cost effective to have an indoor garden. Hello and welcome back. It's been about a week and a half since I did my last recording, and as you can see, all the seeds have sprouted, and then it's growing quite nicely. So you can see how some trays is still quite a little bit moist. It really depends, and then you just want to water the ones that are dried out, basically. Or a good rule of thumb would be just when it's like a small seeds, water it like twice a day, and then as the plant start growing to a small seedling, you can look at the trays that are like completely dried out and then water them. It's better to do deep watering as opposed to like constantly watering them, because it can also stress them out and causing overwatering. Anyways, thanks for watching and keep a lookout for future gardening videos as I'll be taking you on a journey with me.